G'day guys and welcome back to the JFBS SuperCoach channel. And today we're going to go through potentially my my potential NBL team coming up this season. Everyone was getting a bit worried in the NBL SuperCoach community. When are they dropping the new SuperCoach season? But we've got it. We've got a tweet 9:55 this morning that something is coming soon. So it's obviously SuperCoach hoops. So it could be NBL. It's most likely NBL. It'd be great if it's NBA. It would make sense if it was NBA because the NBA season doesn't start till October, so about a month and a half from now, and NBL starts in 3 weeks. So it'd be a bit disappointing if that it was just NBL now. I feel like NBL should have been posted a couple of weeks ago, considering that NFL, EPL's been out for a while. But anyways, I'm not the one that I shouldn't be complaining about this. I'm really excited. SuperCoach basketball is back. Oh, really excited. I would have gone through it in my first introduction video of what my team was like. We can go through how my overall year was last year. I've mentioned in the introduction video, like I said, this was my first year doing NBL SuperCoach as well as I think others, and I did pretty good for my standard, considering that that was my first time watching NBL avidly, where there was a 2 month period where I was watching every game. It's pretty funny, a pretty bad addiction to it. But yeah, bounced around. We were around 9, and we just slowly crept up to the um, top there, being 1,730. Where was our highest? 193rd was our highest score. 452 which was pretty good. Yeah, so I have some experience. I've only watched the NBL for one season, like I said, so I wouldn't know past players like Cheatham. But yeah, anyways, just wanted to go through some things. We've got this. Now, shout out to SuperCoach Pleb, or NBL Pleb, sorry, on Twitter. He posted this out. This is the fixtures for each team going downwards, as you can see. Which teams have doubles and singles? And we can see, so like right now, teams that we don't want to go for, Sem is the worst because they have one game where they don't play a game. Melbourne, you could take a punt on because they've got two in the first 4 weeks where teams will have doubles. There's Adelaide, Illawarra, Melbourne, Sem, Sydney. They all have 0 in their first 3 games, or one of their first 3 games. So you want to go for teams like Cairns, who have got in their first 4 weeks two doubles. Melbourne, you could take a punt on because of this, and New Zealand as well. Tasmania, you could as well, I would say, just sneakily if there's like a rookie or just an import who's just too good. Because after this 3rd week, like after these first 2 games, you can bring someone in and they'll have that price rise after that week. But yeah, like I said, Cairns would be definitely a team, my number one team to go for, as well as New Zealand. I'll show another thing as well. Where is it here? Shout out to, there's another shout out. Shout out to let me zoom this in. Shout out to Vern SuperCoach. Watch him all the time with his SuperCoach last year. He did this on his thing. This was his rankings of who are the best teams to go for at the start, first 4 weeks, and these are the ones you want to avoid. So, like imports like Kendrick Davis, Bryce Cotton, Montrezl Harrell, Luala Chul. I don't think he's an import. Like Doolittle, anyone from Sam like Sobe or they're really tall European dude. I forgot his name. But yeah, you want to avoid those guys. Melbourne is like, there's one guy that I think everyone's saying to get for Melbourne, which is Finn Delaney. So maybe that's the one guy that we get who plays for Melbourne. They do have a game where they have zero in that right. They don't play a game in that round. Whereas New Zealand Cairns, we probably want to build our team around these two. Even though New Zealand, I don't rate them as highly, and I don't know their imports that well. So I'm going to be more focusing on Cairns players I'd really like to get. Like, for example, well, Tanner Groves is not there. Armstrong's not there. So Wardenberg's a decent one to go for. Whoops, I went to NFL. Didn't want to do that. Sorry about that. Let's go back to uh, players. Let's just go to Cairns here. Now there's one bloke Galloway. Now there's two Galloways, so I don't know who's the one that people are jumping on board with. Yak isn't there. Higgins Titcher is there. Uh, those are probably the main dudes. Well, they've obviously got Jack McVeigh. They've brought in some imports. They brought in Marcus Lee. Probably won't go for him. They brought in Rain Smith, guy who played in college the past couple of years. Lights out shooter. Might go for him if he's the starting shooting guard, but I think he's got an injury at the moment. I'll just have a look here. So also Brisbane in this game. Brisbane do look good as well. They'll be an exciting team to watch. I love Prather. He was my second favourite player to watch last year behind Davis. If this wants to load, unfortunately it won't. But I guess while this loads, we can go back here. Yeah, they didn't bring back any three of their imports. I'll be honest, from last year, like with all due respect to those three, I didn't think they were the strongest imports to bring in. So, but the ones they brought in now look a lot better. Oh, they brought in Schofield as well. Admiral Schofield played in the NBA. He'll be a good watch. Great. Do you want to show me the? No, maybe not. I was going to say we could see who's like starting lineups and stuff on here, but apparently not. Probably should have done that before I hit the record button. No, not here. All right, don't worry about that. Let's go back to this. So if we want to base our players around New Zealand as well, guys like, we should probably get a notepad actually. God, I cannot type. This will be a new one. So for guys on cans, which will be good, like day ones, I want to get Wardenberg would be good. McVeigh. Now, I was watching Vern's video, and he was mentioning how during the season McVeigh didn't actually put that many points up, but during the final series it went up by a lot. And now he's gone to the NBA. He's improved a lot more. He's come back to Australia, and I reckon he's going to have a bit more. He's going to be a bit better defensively now because there was a game in the preseason where he had about 6 rebounds, and he had I think SuperCoach wise it was 30 points or something like that. So that was good. I'll do Rain Smith for now and Galloway. Hopefully, I'm thinking the right Galloway because there's one for Sydney that's really good. New Zealand, obviously, there's PJC. Got Lopez, who might be cheap. Trying to think of their other imports. Who else do they have? Menenga as well. Oh, I'll want that really quick. Where's my notes here? Menenga. They've lost Bolden. They didn't bring back Matt Mooney. Yeah, out of all of those guys, that's probably the only three. I'll have a look at. Okay, doesn't want to load. That's fine. That's just what has happened to my screen. All right. Sorry about this sidetrack. This is doing my head in now. I just want to see the team lineups for New Zealand because I forgot who they brought in for their imports. Sorry for the So this, oh, great. Now I'm just seeing, oh, great. It's not going to show me. This is their last year roster, isn't it? Yeah, because they don't have. Okay, well, that's a bit difficult. But yeah, these 7 players, or actually, I should probably add Schofield as well. Um, so I would probably have Schofield above Rain Smith, but those 3, Wardenberg, McVeigh, he's going to be cheap as well, I believe. Schofield will be good as well. Like, because if we go back to this screenshot here, like New Zealand, we'll get 2 out of New Zealand, and then Cairns 2-1-2, then 1, then 2 doubles. You'd want to keep your Cairns players up until round 9 because then they have 3 singles, and then once again, it's a bit of an inconsistent run here. Maybe you pick them back up in round 13 if there's like really good players that you want to bring in. That would be my idea. It'd be the same with Adelaide, honestly. Any Adelaide players past round 4, like just pick them up. After this, Southeast Melbourne have the best run after the 4th round with 3 singles. Everyone has a single here, and then finish the season off with 3. And then you want to finish off this season as well. Illawarra, Melbourne players might be good for the last game of the season where you have 2, and Perth as well. Tasmania's got a decent run, like 2-1, 2-2, 1-2, 1-2, 2-2, 2-2. Try to look at some other teams here. Melbourne's got a decent run from round 4 to round 13. Yeah, so it's all about timing it as well. You want to look for like Sydney, you would like perfect timing to get like good players like Kendrick Davis or Xavier Cooks is these 5 rounds here where they're just playing back to back to back, and then the 2 here, and then this 2 here. So probably you'd want to aim for Sydney players at round 12. We'll do that here. Aim for round 12 to bring in what do you call them? Like superstars, I guess. I can't think of the actual word. For now, so Sydney would be good after round 12. Tassie would be good, honestly, round 5 if you really want to, or round 7. It'd be pretty decent. New Zealand, I probably wouldn't touch New Zealand players because it's a bit too inconsistent for my liking. But Perth, they've got 3 2s here, a couple 1s, and then another 4 2s. Trying to think of some other teams. Like I said, Illawarra, they've got a nice run home, so they'd be a decent team to go for at the end. Sydney and Illawarra wouldn't go for any during the season. Like I said, a bit too inconsistent for my liking. But guys, like I said, Sam has got a great fixture from round 5 onwards. Melbourne's okay. Cairns is not great, I'll be honest, after round 5 because they've got those 2 early doubles. You've got like the most they'll have is 2 in a row and then 3 at the end here. So Cairns is the only ones that you want early because then you can flip those like these blokes for. Let's try and aim for this run here. So you want after round 4, I would say, or round 10, you go for SEM players, I would say, or Perth. Those would be 2 good teams to go for. Probably rather you'd go with SEM. Trying to think. And Adelaide players. So if you flip Cairns players after round 10, you'd go for Adelaide, Perth, or SEM. Sydney as well. Who's got a terrible run? Yeah, maybe, and maybe maybe Tassie. No, yeah, you'd go for Tassie as well. So those would be my Sydney aim for round 12. Adelaide. Actually, let's just go back here. Flip these blokes for, what did I say? Sydney, Sam, was it Perth? Where did I have a look? Round 9. Sam, Perth. Did I say Tassie? I did say Tassie, didn't I? Adelaide. And then New Zealand. Yeah, I'll just say flip when you can. And then you just flip them to good fixtures like Sam and Adelaide, Perth for this middle area here. Trying to think of some other teams. It's all about timing in NBL. Fixtures is the number one priority you want. Sam, do where did I say to aim for? Round 5 and onwards. You probably want your best ones, or your like maybe bench play, because they don't have a, compared to the other teams with imports, they don't have great, like, comparing from face value. I would just do this for any player, um, except for like 15th man on the bench players. And then you probably want to flip them. If you have enough trades at the end, you go for Illawarra. So maybe Illawarra round 7. I'd say aim for round 7. Did I say to avoid Cairns? Yeah, I said let's avoid Cairns. Like, Melbourne's got a really bad end to the year with 2 singles. Same with Tassie. So you want to go for like Adelaide, definitely Illawarra at the end there. Who else is good? Melbourne, you could go from round 4 to round 13. Yeah, I would say so. Melbourne, we'll do that just to not confuse me. What did I say? Round 4 to round 13 is where you want um, your players for fixturing. Yeah, so I think Sydney would be a good end game, and Illawarra will be good end game teams to have from round 7 onwards. It saves you trades unless of injury. Trying to think of some other teams here. I wouldn't go Cairns. You probably wouldn't go Cairns. Adelaide from round 8 to 15, I would say. Um, those would be good to get players, and then you flip them here. Then I know they get another 3 here, but those 2 will be crucial, considering that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams are on the double, and then you could probably get away with it because everyone gets on the single after that. So maybe it's 20. You want to get Bryce Cotton, Montrezl Harrell. Vasiljevic wasn't that great for Supercoach last year, but you can grab him too. And the third import, Cheatham. Tassie is just a little inconsistent here for me. But if you were to get some Tassie players, if their imports are firing, then you go from round 5 to 15. God, I can't type to save my life. Brisbane, I haven't really talked about them this much. Um, how's their fixture looking? They've got 4 games in a row here. Hmm. It's not the best, but if you time it right, you go round 12 to 15 just to get good. Like for their imports are really good. I've done Adelaide. Yep. Brisbane, I've done. Cairns. I have flipped blokes for Sydney, Seymour, Adelaide. I know I've got that up there, which is a bit confusing. That's all right. You could get them back at round 15. You could. I'll just add that there in round 15. Illawarra, we've talked about. Aim for their players at round 7, especially for this game. Like, you'd want to get Sydney and Illawarra games just because of their better runs. Sydney's got a beautiful run home, as well as Sam, just all the way through the season. Illawarra, we've talked about, aim for round 7. Melbourne, 4 to 13. Wouldn't go much more because they only get 4 doubles where teams might get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doubles. So I would probably avoid Melbourne after round 13. New Zealand, uh, just a bit inconsistent for my liking. You'd probably flip them at round 5. It's just too. Yeah, I don't know. You get 3. They're one of 5 teams. No, one of 4 teams that no, 1, 2, 3, 4. One of 5 teams that have 3 in this end section here. So here we go. I'll just do New Zealand. Avoid after round 5. I'll do that. Perth. Haven't written one for them yet. Perth, terrible start, even though they play every game. But then they'll have round 5 to round 13, and then they're home. Okay, I'll just do that again. So 5, round 5 to 13, prime time. That'll be really good because they'll have two singles here, and then a 1 and 2 there. So you could hold on for another week, but then you've got 2 singles. Yeah, I'd say 5 to 13 is a pretty good time. Sam, we've done aim for round 5 and onwards. Any players, that's fine. That's probably what I'll do. I'm fine picking up the 1, 2, 3, 4 singles throughout the season. That's 4 singles from round 5 to round 16. That's 12 rounds where they're like just playing twice a week. That's going to be really hard on their bodies. Sydney, gone over them. And Tassie, I have not gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have gone 5 and 15. So that's probably, if you want to take a screenshot of that, I'll move. I will move this here. There we go. There we go. So that is what it's looking like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you want to take a screenshot of that, by all means do. That's probably a really good one. I'll highlight Cairns and New Zealand. Good start to players. And then wouldn't touch a New Zealand player after round 5. Cairns, I would come back, like I said, back to round 15. Where are they? Because they have 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3. So they'll have 5 out of 6 doubles. But at the same time, they won't have a double at the end, which is what you want to do for Illawarra and Sydney. You wouldn't do Melbourne, just too inconsistent. And Perth, I'd probably do. Perth, you'd want a good run home. Where are they? Prime time, good run home from. Where are they? Round 18 to 21 because you want that. Like, you just want these players to get the highest score. But yeah, that's what it's looking like. My starter team will probably just be. Wouldn't consist of a SEM player. Looking back at this screenshot here, where's like New Zealand, Brisbane, and Taz. New Zealand, Brisbane, Taz, and Cairns. Hmm. Okay, well, I'm gonna go. I think my starting team would be because you get Oh, I did that wrong. I'll scroll all the way down here again. So you get 5 and 5. So you get 2 starter forwards, 1 starter C, 2 starter PGs, and then I'll do bench. Okay, so you get 10 players altogether. My starting forwards would consist of. Oh shit, that's stuffed it up. That's all right. I'll do. It'd be Wardenberg, and I reckon McVeigh. Starting PG might be PJC. Don't know how much money we'd have. My one starting centre. Hmm. It could be Magnate. Let me just have a look at this. It could be Magnate. I just don't know how serviceable it'd be. I don't know who New Zealand's centre is. I've forgotten. Cairns. Who did they start at centre? They started They started someone else at centre, and I don't think they played that well. So they might have Marcus Lee there. If Wardenberg does play centre, I could have him there. So it could be Wardenberg, PJC, another guard, which would be good. Um, could go for a Tassie guard. I just don't know any of the imports, unfortunately. Has this loaded now? Oh, it has. Um, I'll have a look real quick. Oh, they've got this bloke called Tiger. Oh, bloody hell! I forgot to go back. Cool. I'm gonna have a look at the box score here. Sorry for not doing this very what's it called? Organized. This is not very organized. Is what I'm supposed to say. It's still not loading. That's great. We can watch the highlights. For God's sakes, we can't get the bloody box score to load up. Because I've got to think of because you want starter players and bench players. So, and I know Brisbane's got a bit of a weaker bench than usual. So if I go back here, you probably want to go. Could go Tyrell Harrison here. What did I say for Brisbane? Okay, you could go Tyrell Harrison early and then flip him. Where did I say for Brisbane? Yeah, because you could go Brisbane with Tyrell Harrison. Um, could go 5 to here. We'll do 5 to 9. Then you might as well just keep them from round 1 to 9, and then once again you just put them on the bench till round 15. Okay, well, do you know what? Maybe it's where did my notes go? So it could be Tyrell Harrison or Wardenberg. as your starting centre. Warnberg and McVeigh here. I'd go the bloke from Melbourne United, Delaney. You'd go for another. You'd probably go for a Tasmanian guard, and then you go for cheap players. I reckon Rain Smith would be good. So maybe Smith here because he'll be cheap considering it's his first year. And you just go for another rookie. Here you go, rookie Delaney here because I think he'll be worth it. Apparently, I'm trying to think of another player because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players you could go, and then for round one you've got who have you got for round one doubles? You got New Zealand, so it's just PJC. Maybe go New Zealand forwards here just to get their doubles. Because Cairns don't have a double in the first round, but they do in the second. So you'd flip that there, and New Zealand has their double in the first, not the second. So I reckon that's what it would look like for me. I'll go, well, how about this? Taz slash another, you could just double up on the New Zealand guard there. Cool. That's probably what the team's looking like for me. I'll be honest. Hopefully PJC, because he dropped compared to his average from this prior season to compared to last season. So I reckon he'll be a little bit cheaper. McVeigh will be cheaper. Wardenberg will be an okay price, around 300k. Harrison will be the same. So I don't know how much money we get. But if we get like 1, 2, 3, 4 rookies, that's pretty good. Like if you just go guns and rookies really strong, then that'd be good. But yeah, that's what my team's going to look like early on. Yeah, PJC had a 37, so he might be around that price, I reckon, or 400k, because if he's 400k, then it's kind of tempting not to go for him. But then you can flip him to after round, where do I have it on my notes? For New Zealand. Okay, after round 5. So Sam, round 5 and onwards, you could flip PJC to a Sam player. You could flip him to a Melbourne United player, Adelaide, Tasmania. You got a variety of options. Perth as well. You've got a variety of options to go for. Brisbane, yeah. So you've got like guys like Prather and Jalen Adams in this one. Be interesting how those two go. Perth just signed an import guard. For honest, I didn't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not going to, but that's all right for a fixture. Tassie have that Tiger Smith guy. I think his name's that. All I know is his first name's Tiger, and it's funny. Melbourne United have Milton Doyle. He's a bit of an interesting one. He's a little too inconsistent for Supercoach. There were times where he couldn't even score 10 points on the season. Illawarra, I'll just hold off on until round 7, like I said. Yeah, so I think this would be perfect. You go from New Zealand to Sem. I forgot their other import guard. And look, I think Kendrick Davis is a guy that you could just get whenever because he can put up 50 points and that's worth the average bloke's 2 games. So that's how I would do it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my somewhat deep analysis of what it would be good when and where to like bring in players for all 10 teams here and my potentially starting team as well. Could be Harrison. I'll just add one more. Sorry, it could be McNay because I don't know who what's his face. I don't know who New Zealand's big man is. So we could have a New Zealand big man there. Unfortunately, not Taco Fall. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my deep analysis on my NBL potential team. feel free to take screenshots of like decent times to bring in players at around this time. And, you can have a rough idea with my starting team as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully, the NBL season comes in within the next couple of weeks. And I'll see you guys later. Cheers.